Hello, I'm Jody Wolf, and you're watching Expoz, February 4, 2015, 10:35 p.m. Birmingham, Alabama. Topic, still a little bit more about the Nephilim, the fallen angels, the Chimeras, the mixing of humans and animals and of Nephilim and human DNA. And but here's one that will get you in alignment pretty much, and a really good description on what's going. More importantly, where are we today in this? And go to a site. You may have to pick this individual person. I don't know, but the site number one is Steve Quayle, and the title Satan, the Alien Savior. And the date is January 12, 2015. That's important because I got something to bring out there. And the one who hosts that particular blog was the Weekend Vigilante. So go to Steve Quayle, Satan, the Alien Savior, and prepare to be shocked. And I'm going to go ahead and tell you just at a point, at the 54-minute mark. If you don't listen to much of it, go to 54 minutes and watch 3-4 minutes of it. And this is when a gentleman, a friend of Steve's, look, these guys get together. They know what's going on. They know when it goes on. And a lot of them are invited for documentation purposes. But this gentleman went by invitation to a place, to northern Canada. There's a portal. And through these portals or stargates, these beings are coming in and out of. They've been doing it for a long time. This is what Nimrod tried to build. It didn't mean that he was building up to the heavens. He was sitting on a spot where a portal was. And he was just building right on that spot. So he himself could have a grand entry. Now, Nimrod, again, was Noah's great-grandson, or either grandson, great-grandson, one of the two. And he had part or partial DNA from the Nephilim, but it had begun to possess him and take him over. So he started growing bigger and bigger. So obviously he was tainted with DNA, but it began to change him. This is why God destroyed the Tower of Babel, dispersed the people, and confused their language. And but Mount Graham here in Arizona, there's a portal, and there also sits a huge observatory, and of all people, it belongs to the Vatican. And there's again, I was going to the one in northern Canada. He explained what he saw come out of there scared him to death. He said there was 12 to 15 foot tall beings out. They're winged creatures. They appear to have black leathery skin, and on the tail, I mean, the typical picture of Satan has a barb on its tail, but he described them as having a barb on their tail. And I believe it, but this is what, if you know where all these portals were, and there's supposed to be a lot of them, you'd probably see a lot of activity. And of course, I'm drawing a blank now on the very entry point where the angels touched down when they came from heaven to the earth to mate with women. On that very spot is the UN headquarters. Why do they build that on a Stargate? Well, we know why. And if you draw a line straight through, you'll pop out in Roswell, New Mexico. That's strange, isn't it? Anyway, there's a ton of stuff. But if you go there on that site I told you about, listen to it. Listen to it. And if you like it, I mean, it's is self-explanatory that they know what they're talking about. And I think there's 4 of those, and each of them are about an hour. And you're looking at part 4 of 4. And I listened to it over and over. I couldn't believe what I was hearing, but I was hearing it. And we're at critical mass, y'all. We're really getting there. And it's time to really pay attention. It's time to turn your heads and look up, because Jesus said, when you see these things come to pass, then look up, look for me, because I'm coming. Jody Wolf Expoz.